Welcome to Season 5, Episode 13. Unlucky for some, unlucky in this case for Patty. I'm Dan and I am joined by Ben, James, and in place of Fliss, we have Patty. Welcome, everyone. Say hello.
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 Hello. Hello. Well, I mean, particular hello to you, Patty. Thank you for joining us.
I am very, 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 very happy to be here.
Are you? I mean, that was quite a lot of veries. You're really... I think you're overdoing it. I don't think I believe a word you're saying.
I'm overcompensating.
Yeah, I'm extremely unhappy to be here. Yes, so
we're the ones that write the script, right?
Yeah, exactly. Script. Yeah, nice. Okay, so Patty, welcome. Your first Les Oderants experience, but I believe you've listened to this shower of shit before, so you know what to expect.
I'm hoping that I know what to expect. Shall I have my little kissing your assholes moment for a second?
Well, I mean, not literally. I mean, figuratively, you're allowed to.
Only a second.
Yeah.
Only a second. Okay.
James really relaxed into that one. Just a second. Yeah.
I have been given compliments on my technique before, so I'll try and be nice and quick.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I've been listening to you guys for a couple of years now, and
wow.
I think I have so much of like my little fragrance knowledge and everything to owe to Lizzodes, and I think I kind of came back to loving fragrance after not loving it for a very long time for a whole bunch of different reasons, and I was scrambling around on the internet trying to find podcasts and things and like content out there to consume, and I whether it's a good thing or not, I landed on you guys and I liked the fact that there was no bullshit, and it was just
there's a lot of bullshit, I'm afraid.
The good kind of bullshit though.
Oh, it's almost nothing but bullshit.
And then I feel like I've just sort of badgered Dan and Fliss enough that now I've managed to worm my way onto the podcast somehow.
Yeah. Well done. I mean, everyone's got to have a dream, right? So tell us, Patty, about your fragrance journey.
My fragrance journey.
Honestly, if anyone ever hears me use fragrance journey as an expression without being like tongue in cheek or
tongue firmly in cheek.
Yeah, please just, vault over the desk and slap me right in the fucking chops, because it is a nauseating expression. But tell us all about how you got into perfume.
I think I probably got the same sort of story as everybody. I was one of those kids that was smelling everything, and my friends would always remark upon the fact that like I was obsessed with smell, and whether it was like smelling the other kids in school's jumpers to try and figure out who it belonged to, and I've just always been something that I've been really fascinated with, and I work in the beauty industry. I'm a makeup artist.
Artist?
Yeah. And
a mooer.
Do they actually call them mooers?
No, do they fuck?
Right, okay. Okay, good.
I'm cooling down with the kids, that's why I said it.
I think MUA is acceptable. Some people do say mooer.
Do they? Oh, right, okay. So James didn't just make it up and make me look like a moron. No. Some people have actually used that expression before. Good, right.
Yeah, but I think most of the time when people use it to me, they're kind of like, is it mooer?
Is it?
MUA? I think MUA makes sense.
Right.
And I used to work in Selfridges, and I worked in Selfridges around like 2012 to 2015, and my makeup counter was right next to all the fragrances, and it was like a really cool time to be there because it was just like all these new like niche fragrances were coming into Selfridges, and up until that point I'd enjoyed wearing fragrance, but the regular kind of stuff that most people do when they're younger. And then all of a sudden I had this like wealth of knowledge of all the guys who worked on the counters next to me, and but I had no money. So I couldn't buy anything. So I'd come in the morning and I'd be like, can I spray the Clive Christian today? Can I spray the Roger Dove today? And I always smelt great. But then when I left Selfridges, I all of a sudden didn't have the access to everything. And I think that I just sort of dropped off. It was almost like I'd forgotten about fragrance. And I had a couple of things that I would wear. And one of them being... Ormond Jane Mont Tobacco Intensivo I bought whenever I worked in Selfridges. It was like my big thing, and I was
approval
like,
from James there.
That one.
I was like, I don't think it can get better than this. This is the best thing. And I was like, I found my fragrance, and I just like I kept that little bottle for a very long time. Also, when you work in Selfridges, if you do like a good thing, like if you get like, I don't know, like 20 sales in a day or something like that, sometimes they'll give you like, oh, you can have an incentive, so you can go and have a free tester or something. So I'd got a couple of other bottles of things, and they just lasted me forever. And then randomly, I think it was just before lockdown, like it just sort of crept back into my life, and I've been obsessed ever since.
Nice. And do you have a signature fragrance other than the Mont Tobacco? Is there something that the waypoints along the way that changed your perspective on perfume?
I've jumped around so much. I'm currently obsessed with Salome, the Papillon.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that was the first Papillon perfumes that I smelled, and it's a really spicy beast thing. Yeah,
gorgeous,
really
filthy.
Good. Yeah,
I do love. I think my taste, if I was going to use Les Oderants as and a lot of you as like where I'd put you, I think I'd put myself somewhere between Ben and Fliss.
Yeah, I mean that means you've got terrible taste in perfume.
Well, we're going to come to some of your things later, Dan, aren't we? So
yeah. Well, there needs to be a little disclaimer on that. I mean. Yeah, we'll get into mine, the stuff that I sent when we get to it. Let's not rush towards that one. No. Okay, so is Papillon what you're wearing a lot of recently?
I have been, yeah. And I'm enjoying hunting out and buying random old stuff as well. I like collecting the little bottles of the Bal Versailles.
Oh, right, okay.
Because they look really pretty.
They do.
I've currently also got a bid, which I'm kind of scared that I might actually win, of an original bottle of Full Nana. The Grossmith.
Grossmith, yeah.
There's one on eBay, and I put like a ridiculous like max bid on. But I don't really know how or I'm particularly very good at bidding on eBay, so I'm hoping that I don't win the bid of it.
Yeah. So the secret to eBay bidding is to use a sniper. So I never
get pissed.
Yeah, I mean, get pissed. Get pissed. I mean, basically, there are two ways I think of winning an auction on eBay. The smart way is to use a sniper, which basically places your bid in the last 5 seconds. And
is that like a thing that does it for you?
Yeah, so it's like it's an automatic thing. You tell it what thing to bid on and how much to bid up to, and it'll place your bid in the last 5 seconds. And the reason that's good is if you put a bid out there earlier, then people have got longer to think about whether to increase the bid or whatever. So there's always like a frenzy right in the last kind of few seconds. The other way is just the whole fuck you money approach, where you just put a bid of like £1 million in, going, well, I don't really care, I'm going to win this. So the amount you pay is only the maximum amount to beat the other person. So if you see a bottle of perfume that you want, if you put a bid of £1 million in, and the other person bids £431, then you pay £432. But you
only big dogs like you can do that shit. Though,
I don't do that. I'm not crazy enough to do that. But that is a way of guaranteeing that you win auctions on eBay.
You know, the good thing with the sniper as well, though, is it removes you from it, because it's a separate website, isn't it? So you put in your maximum bid and then just forget about it.
Yeah.
And then that's nice, because you avoid the frenzy where someone outbids you and you go, oh fuck it, I can,
quick, I'll increase.
I can do another tenner, and then next thing you know, you've bid like 50 quid over what you ever expected to anyway. It takes you away from all of that shit, which is nice.
What was the last thing you bought on eBay, Patty?
It was a bottle of cocoa.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Which reminds me of like someone's nan, but I can't figure out whose nan it is.
Someone specific.
Sniff
nan.
their jumpers enough, or
no? Maybe I should go back and revisit all the nan's jumpers.
Yeah, nice.
Just sniff your nan.
Sniff your nan.
I don't want to sniff my bloody nan. That's for sure.
Right. I mean, that sounds like there's a story there. Actually, that's an interesting.
Can I just say, Patty said she firmly placed herself between Ben and Fliss, but I've got both of those perfumes that you said. So maybe did you say Salome as well?
Yeah.
That one.
It's got that.
So that's unusual that I've got both of those, to be honest.
The Arbiter has them all. James,
no, I really don't.
I'm interested though, James. What was the last perfume you bought on eBay?
It just arrived today, which is weird again because I've not been buying perfume. And look what it is.
It's almost like I planned this shit. M7. Is that
a little mini M7?
15 ml?
15 ml.
I've never seen 15 ml. Is it in the same shape as the other one? The bigger one?
We'll get it out. And see.
Get it out.
Get out your little one.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
That's so cute.
Oh, it's so small.
Right.
Sorry.
Patty's drinking already. I think this will go.
I had a bottle of it originally. I used it all.
Wait, sorry. Patty's a makeup artist. She's been drinking since the minute she woke up. I used to work as a hairdresser. I work with loads of makeup artists. I know what they're like.
Mooers.
Yeah, use the correct term. God.
Yeah. Okay. So go on, James. Sorry. M7.
Yeah. So I had an original bottle like this, and that I used, and then I was like, oh shit, it's a thing now. And do you remember it became like a popular thing?
Tom Ford. It was Tom Ford's creative direction, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And then after that, it became, it's a big thing because it was discontinued, and it was one of the first ouds and all this kind of stuff. I bought the remake. Yves Saint Laurent did all those remakes in those kind of square bottles.
Yeah.
I got one of those, and then I got rid of it because it was slightly different. Didn't quite recapture the magic of the original. Not like I care, because it was close enough. But I just didn't wear it very much. So it's a bit weird that I've bought this, but it was cheap, and it's quite rare. 30 quid, I want to say. 25 quid.
That's all right. I've got a 50 ml bottle which I've worn like twice, I think, in the last 5 years. But I occasionally just go back to it. It is such a cool. And it's got a sort of red wine sort of vibe to it, which I'm thinking I quite fancy a bottle of red wine now, especially as I'm having to watch Patty drink red wine. I
have that effect on people.
Well, no, I'm trying to moderate my drinking and not drink during the week, so I don't drink Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday night. It used to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Thursday doesn't count as during the week, then.
No. Thursday
close enough to the weekend, isn't
it? It's close enough, exactly. Cool. Well, I bought something on eBay actually, just yesterday or today even. I bought a bottle of Creed Venezia, which is a discontinued, it's one of the women's ones, but it's a vanilla one, but it's sort of Shalimar-esque, nice. It's been discontinued for years. And the prices of them are bonkers, like, £400 or £500 for these. But there's a perfume store, one of these discounters. They've got like about 50,000 positive reviews and stuff, and a bottle of it just popped up on there for 170 quid.
Bargain.
Right, I'm having that because
it was basically free.
Basically free, yeah. I've been waiting for that to come up for fucking years. and it came up at a sensible price rather than the absolute nonsense that's out there at the moment. So that's good. Ben, have you bought anything off eBay recently?
Not recently. To be honest, I don't do a lot of buying on eBay because I'm a little bit feared of picking up fakes and shit. So I tried to swerve, but I do. Last thing I bought, I think, was Le Pavilion d'Or by Decita. Yeah. But I think that's the last thing I bought off eBay. But yeah, I'm a little bit scared of eBay because I have bought probably more fakes on eBay than I have real, and you always get your money back because it's easy to see, because often they're shit fakes as well. So but it's just a pain, isn't it?
I think it depends on what the thing is that you're buying off eBay, because some things are quite obviously going to be faked, but then
yeah, like a Decita, like you just think, well, yeah, that's fine. You know, it's not going to be a dodgy one, but you pick up like a Penhaligon's or like weirdly, I bought a Bleu de Chanel on there, and obviously that was fake.
No shit.
I mean, if you want a good laugh at fake products, have a look on Vinted. For Tom Ford, just search Tom Ford fragrances on Vinted, and
the pissed labels and stuff.
Well, all the labels are fucked, right? They're all like on the piss and stuff. But they've got this new thing where they've all started putting receipts on, like pictures of receipts next to it, and it's like, oh, here's a receipt, and it's like, this receipt is from John Lewis, and it's denominated in fucking US dollars or something, and like, why would John Lewis have a dollar denominated receipt?
And everyone's got the same receipt. It's amazing.
I've seen this, and I've tried to report some of them out of just anger at the ridiculousness of it, and because of the receipt they're like, no, sorry, it's not fake actually.
No,
they've come back before and been like, no, we've not accepted your request. Or
you get the same thing with Louis Vuitton shoes on Depop and Vinted. It's like a minefield. Well, just not worth even.
They got Hairy Mound on there. Tom Ford Hairy Mound.
Tom Ford
What's Hairy Mound?
I made a video ages ago. Do you not remember it? Why would you? It was loads of like stupid Tom Ford names, and I did like a fake Tom Ford ad where I was like Hairy Mound and like punched lasagna and stuff.
Punched lasagna.
I'll put it up. I'll put it up on lasagna.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because obviously it was when he was doing all those cherry fucking, innuendo things. So yeah, I just thought that would be funny.
I feel like punched lasagna is a bit more of an innuendo though than just sexy cherry.
I mean, maybe you might have a point, Patty. I'm not absolutely certain, if I'm honest. But it sounds more like the sort of thing Aaron Terence Hughes would do than Tom Ford necessarily. But yeah, it's just an absolute shit show, all the fakery on those websites. Well, Patty, have you smelled any new perfumes other than the shit what I sent this week for you to try? Anything exciting you would like to report from the world?
Yeah, so do you know of, I don't know how you actually say her name, whether it's Tony or Tioni Reinthal?
I don't know, but she's got me blocked on Instagram, so she can't smoke a fat one.
Is that an Australian?
Yes, turn it.
Yeah.
Turn it. Tioni Reinthal something. Turnip.
Would you like me to move on, or shall I tell you?
No. I mean, you can talk about it, but I mean, I don't know what her fucking issue with me is.
He'll just tut and roll his eyes throughout.
Patty.
Well,
They're like,
another one. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. What brilliant stuff has Tioni treated your nostrils with?
Well, to be fair, so I bought 2 new ones recently because she had a sale on. Portrait of Jaco, and then the other one was called something about flowers, and they were nice, but they came when the sprayers weren't working.
Oh,
so I was really disappointed, but thankfully she refunded me and then I just decanted them, so that's fine. But I've been wearing Queen of Sheba of hers, that she did like a restock of at some point this year, and I'm obsessed with it. It's so beautiful. It's so gorgeous. Describe it. Floral.
A floral. You will fit right in here. It's a floral. Yeah.
Can lovely. I cheat?
Yeah, no, of course you can.
I feel like a perfume called something about flowers would be fucking amazing. That's a great name for a perfume.
Just a bit flowery.
Just something about flowers.
Something flowers and that. Yeah, lovely.
The funny thing is, I'm trying to find it and I can't. It's not even coming up. It's like a tuberosy kind of thing, Dan. So you'd hate it.
I would hate it.
But it's that really rich sort of resinous. I was going to say dank, but it's not dank. But like, just fit sexy sort of like smoky tuberose rather than bubblegummy.
Okay.
And I like it because they're all natural perfumery. They don't kind of like take over and fill the room and last for a million years, which I'm a little bit fed up of some fragrances doing at the moment.
You're not down with the whole beast mode scene then?
Beast mode. Some things I think are acceptable to be beast mode, but it just depends. And I'm a lot of the, like, when I go into Selfridges and try some things, I feel like a lot of stuff that's modern is sort of going over my head a little bit.
Modern toss. Yeah.
Yes. But I don't want to be one of those people that's like everything that's modern is rubbish. But that's what I've been wearing a little bit recently.
That is a bit of a thing with tuberose, though, isn't it? Is they frequently are beast mode. Like, I mean, tuberose perfumes are always huge. Like, I don't think I've ever smelt one where I thought, well, that's subtle. You know, they're always like fucking flowers, mate.
Yeah, that was like Crivelli Tuberose Astral, which was a biche.
Yeah, it's biche, isn't it?
And
it's very strong.
It's very strong. I got it and loved it for a couple of weeks, but I wore it on holiday in like the hot heat, and it was gorgeous. But I was like, I can't wear this anymore, and I had to sell it.
I can't get away from it.
I couldn't escape. Everything smelled like it.
And I find, unfortunately, a lot of the biche fragrances these days, they're just too much, and they have to be worn in such sparing kind of amounts. I wore Amouage Decision the other day, and it's just fucking. It's so tenacious. It's like spraying some sort of nuclear fucking runoff on yourself, and it won't go away. It will not fuck off. You need rubber gloves and wire wool to get rid of that shit. Okay. Any other exciting perfumes, Patty? I keep wanting to call you Misty Steele, but
you can call me Misty Steele if you want to, darling. What else is exciting? No, I've forgotten every single fragrance I've ever worn ever.
Oh, well, I mean, you'll fit right in. Okay, well, I mean...
They've all fucked up at my head.
Yeah, let's... it's all right, my head...
hang on, often. Do you know what? Hang on. My friend gave me this today. Hang on,
I should have sent you
around my bag.
Last week when I sent all the stuff was that biche Le Sel de Issy Maki.
Oh shit!
I don't think you've still smelt that, have you? I should have sent it.
I have.
Oh, okay.
I quite liked it, to be honest.
It's not bad, is it?
It's pretty good, and I was very surprised that I did.
Right,
it is still quite beachy, though, isn't it? It's
beachy. It's beachy as fuck. What did you just flash there, Patty?
I've just flashed. Is it Chiara or Ciara? Revlon. My friend gave me this today. I was just like, you can have this. I don't want it.
Revlon. Is
it's
that like a old school thing?
Old school, proper, like. I always hate using this term because people find it controversial. Oriental, floral, kind of aldehydic, a little bit. It says there's a bit of a raspberry thing going on. It's quite sweet. It's lovely. I've been wearing that today.
Okay. Are we allowed to say Oriental anymore in regards of perfume? I mean, I don't think you would describe a person as being Oriental, but you can...
I think some people take issue with it, yeah.
Okay.
I think there was a time where it was... a talking point, shall we say, but I feel as though even the people who were like really hardline about it have sort of relaxed because nobody really listened. And people just said it anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it was kind of like
they changed it to amber spicy.
Yeah, but kind of like they've made their point, and I agree. Yeah, it can be a slur, right? But in this context, it really isn't, and it is a word, right? But okay, we're repurposing things. I'll call it spicy amber if it's upsetting some people, that's fine.
I'm good
I think it's quite simple. Like humans, like people, you don't use the word. But in a historical or artistic context, then I think of course you use the word, because there's Orientalism was a thing. Like in the 19th, like it's. But like James says, like if it's not hard to change your words, is it?
That's the problem, that they go, oh well, no, the perfume references from the fetishization of that sort of like culture. And
well, that's
stuff.
what Orientalism was. As an art movement, it was a fetishization. But is that? Yeah, I don't know. Complicated.
We're
get into the empire and stuff like that.
We're going down a road here.
Sorry.
Let's just back up. No, I think of Revlon. Sorry, when I think of Revlon, I think of kind of like that big sort of like Brooke Shields, Farrah Fawcett hair. Do you know what I mean? Like some kind of like a bygone. Like Revlon's not cool. I don't know. You're into like beauty stuff.
I don't think it's cool either. No.
Is it hair stuff? Revlon.
I think it's just a beauty brand in general. I think they've done hair stuff, makeup things as well.
It feels a bit 70s Body Shop, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it looks it as well.
Body Shop.
But for
I really like the bottle. Actually, it's really. I mean, you look at it, it's like that's definitely 70s vintage, isn't it?
I've got the box as well. For everyone at home who's listening.
Was this just a client? Was this someone you were doing the makeup?
Yeah, my hairdresser is really into fragrance as well. So I went to, not that it looks like because I got rained on, but I went to get my hair done today, and he is really into fragrance as well. So what we spend the whole time talking about.
Right.
We quite often, I actually took little samples today and we spoke about them, and then
so we're going to get an extra person's opinion by proxy on them.
I've got enough opinions.
Did you tell him you were doing the podcast? So it's my grand appearance on Lezo's.
Got to get my hair done because I'm doing a podcast.
Darling.
Yeah, very good, very good.
I do the same thing, as you can tell.
Yes, Ben.
I thought so.
I'm gonna shave all my hair off. I think I'm fucking well and truly sick of it, and it's just I am going bald, and there's fuck all I can do about it. And
you get one of them turkey jobs.
Turkey,
yeah. They pump your head up with saline, and then like poke your arse hairs into your head.
Wow,
I think that's what they do.
That sounds
it's just Saturday night.
Yeah. Saturday night with pay. I don't think I have the energy for that shit, to be honest, or the money, in fact. But my hair notwithstanding, James, what perfume news from the Arbiter this week?
Not a lot, because I did have some prepared, but then I thought, no, we're gonna hear from Patty, and so I've not done my own. I've not done my own work.
You didn't have any prepared, did you? That was just
no. I've done loads of fragrance stuff. I've worn loads of fragrances, and
are you telling me I'm not going to sit through the full 14?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've kind of
this is closing my laptop. I don't want to do this anymore.
I've kind of been that off now. It's sort of sporadic at best. No, what have I tried? I've obviously been sort of concentrating on the things that were sent, but I have worn quite a few other bits as well. But let's not dwell on what I've been doing.
I did want to ask one thing of you, because as is often the case, the Duck has just messaged me to tell me that he
hawking his new wares.
Well, he's always trying to fucking sell me something, the cunt. But he
can't sell your Rolex, by any chance?
No, he's not. Well, not yet. But he was telling me that he has the new one from Eugen.
Yes, he does. Yeah,
and I was wondering whether you have it, James, and whether you tried it yet.
No, I haven't. He's sent me the same message. He's
also sent me the message.
Well, I have been in contact with Brooke because I believe she was getting it in. But if the Duck's going to send it me, then I don't need to. And I believe it hasn't had the best of write-ups and comparisons. So I'll play it by ear on that one, and you can send it. And
I asked him whether it was any good He said, "Do you want to try it?" I said, "Is it any good?" And he said, "I'll let you decide," which is code.
That's what he said to me.
Which is code for no. But hey, listen, they can't all be fucking winners. Christ, do I know that? Okay, well, Ben, do you have anything to report perfume-wise?
Do you know, well, I've been wearing mostly yours. The only thing I've only worn one day that wasn't yours was Santal Noir by Dior, which is, I've spoken about before. It's a great perfume,
such a good one.
It's that, again, beast mode, strong, huge, like, fruity rose thing. Is it fruity? I don't know. But it's quite a tart rose, isn't it? Like, quite tart, fruity rose. But really good. I really like it.
I always thought it was the slightly more polite stablemate to the Oud Ispahan. Which I love. I don't know whether I probably did mention, but I got a 250 ml bottle of Ispahan on eBay, and it's like one of the first edition bottles or something. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's just phenomenal, and you just kind of go, "Oh, fuck!" You know, the modern formulation is just such a pale kind of impression of this, and the modern one's all kind of dense and compressed and kind of like, whereas this is just like this kind of diffusive, kind of shimmery kind of top, and then this kind of absolutely thundering bass. It's fucking it's magnificent, absolutely magnificent.
I don't have it actually, and I wish I did. I think I prefer Oud Ispahan to Santal Noir. But I don't have Oud Ispahan, and so Santal Noir will do. But I see what you're saying though. It's definitely like a sort of slightly sparse isn't the wrong word, but it's a slightly pared down version of Oud Ispahan, and it's slightly pared down, slightly cleaner. But I do like it. It's a different rose as well. For me, for my collection, it feels like a slightly different rose. It's because it's not bright. I've got plenty of like bright, sort of shimmery kind of effervescent roses, and I've got a lot of quite dark, heavy roses as well. That one sort of sits in the middle, which is quite nice. It's quite polite, easy to wear, sort of middle, because it's not super bright, but it's not super dark, but it's definitely, it sort of sits nicely in the middle, I think, like balancing the two, which I quite like. So that's the only thing I wore though this week, apart from obviously all of your ones, which we'll get to. But yeah.
I will just say, sorry, that obviously I was supposed to do a thing on the fragrances that Ben sent last week because I had some technical troubles.
Just tell us quick, what did you think of The Grudge? Come on.
I really like The Grudge.
No! Yes! What are you on about? What the fuck are you on about?
I'll tell you for why, right? Because I thought it was very subtle, while at the same time in keeping with the aesthetic of the brand, right? Which I know it's different perfumer, so it's you and McCall. So what I thought of it was, I loved the kind of imagery of the sort of very, very bleak. It's almost like that sort of monochrome kind of like stormy night, I don't know, with kind of I did actually say, I've written a whole fucking review of it. It's probably on Fragrantica. I said it's got the poop deck, including the poop, and it was basically very, because at first when you said, oh, it's got like this kind of stinky thing to it, and I was like, I tried it and I went, wow, that's pretty tame. It's got all the seasidey stuff. I like it. It's really kind of, evocative. It's lightly smoky. It's not gone over the top with anything. And then all of a sudden this little creep in, like, oh yeah, like kind of slightly pissy, slightly like unpleasant, urinal cakey, weird thing.
It sounds great.
Yeah, I was like, actually, do you know what? It's just right. And I think the comparison that I made was when you use Indol in floral fragrance, that tiny little bit of something like just slightly unpleasant actually makes the rest of the fragrance. And that's how I feel the balance with the Grudge is struck up. And I don't think that of all Beauforts. Like, it almost had some aquatic marine feel of like that aquatic marine one that's the Beaufort. What's that one called? Tonnerre.
Tonnerre, yes, yeah.
It doesn't smell like Tonnerre, but it's got the same like sea spray thing as
Tonnerre.
as
Was
Tonnerre.
the lemon barbecue one, wasn't it?
No, that's Lignum Vitae. Tonnerre's the stinky sea and smoke one.
Yeah. But this is much more subtle. And do you know what? I really liked it. I have to say, I did really like it. I like them all, in fact, Ben. I want to kind of talk about them all. I think they were really... It's interesting how we're all curating these little sample sets to send out. And it really does say something about like everybody, really. Mine, I feel mine were a bit phoned in because I was kind of like, they are stuff that I've tried this year, but they're kind of classic perfumes that I kind of knew that you'd fucking like. Do you know what I mean? Whereas yours are really things that you've discovered, especially yours, Dan, this week, are things that you've definitely, they're all kind of new perfumes. Do you know what I mean? Whereas mine was sort of like stuff that I was like, oh yeah, I discovered this year, but it's actually a really classic, amazing perfume that I kind of know, you know, it's like classic Sheepa or whatever that everyone's going to go, that's really good. And I was like, you know, so mine, I think mine are a little bit of a slight cop out because there was nothing really super creative because I just hadn't tried anything really.
The Immortal Solaire.
That one. Okay.
I mean, fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And I've still got the material around here somewhere. It's fucking run off, I'm sure. But, okay, well, look. So rather than force everyone to talk shit about perfumes they haven't tried or prepared for, why don't we talk about the ones that I sent out? And I do want to preface this by saying that I don't think these are not so I sent 7 samples out. These are not the 7 best things I have tried this year. I think a couple of them probably are in the top few, and they're all things that I've enjoyed to some degree, but they were just sort of interesting, and I did 4, and then I thought, oh no, I'd quite like to send that as well and get people's thoughts, and just kept going, so I ended up with fucking 7 of the bastards. So Patty, as you are our guest, you can choose first. Which one would we like to talk about first?
Let's go for Neroli Plein Sud first.
Neroli Plein Sud. Right, now this is a perfume I am absolutely in love with. It's a Guerlain. It is a... I haven't... Oh, right. Oh, it's like that. Oh, you come on this fucking podcast and tell me that... Yeah, no, that's fair. I haven't shut up, so go on. Well, someone else fucking talk about it, because I've been wanting everyone to try this for fucking ages. So,
it's really
Patty...
nice.
Patty, you picked it. Oh, it's really nice.
I like it.
I thought she said you don't get out much. Sorry, Patty, go on.
I like this. It's funny because whenever you first spoke about it on the podcast, I had a sample I bought something from Guerlain, I don't remember what it was, and I got given a sample of it, and I was like, oh, that's very pleasant, and I wore it a bit through the summer, and I think it's nice and it's pleasant, but, and I don't think this is like a fault of the fragrance itself, but I've now got this association with this perfume. You know, if you leave a glass of water on like the side for a couple of days, and then you go and drink it again, and it tastes a bit dusty. I think it reminds me of that.
And I get exactly what you're getting at there. And there's a turmeric note which gives it just a slightly turned kind of feel, like as something a little bit off kilter,
bit dusty.
Well, dusty, I think that works, yeah. And I love it for it. I absolutely fucking love it. And I think Guerlain just makes some unbelievably quality perfumes. I mean, not all of them are great, but that one for me is stupendous. But go on, James, do your worst. Did you like it, love it, hate it?
Loved it.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry.
Really. I mean, is it the most massively creative thing in the world? Certainly in the opening, yes, it does have this kind of... is it turmeric? I don't know.
Yeah.
It has something.
Something spicy, certainly.
Yes. However, the main thing, so immediately I smell it and I go, this is a superior white floral, but it's generally along the same lines as, and again, might seem reductive, but it's an eau de cologne. It's kind of a 4711 type deal. It's very much in that kind of thing, but it's much bolder and more Guerlain, and it feels a bit thicker. Maybe there's a bit of like jasmine or something, but it's very, very nice, and I'm sure pop this on in the summer and it'll be lovely and fresh and beautiful. Yeah, I mean, what's not to like? What is not to like?
I concur. Ben, how did you find it?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. I first sprayed it, right? And I remember thinking like, oh my God, this is the most dull thing I've ever smelled in my life. It's like this kind of like soft white floral, what the fuck, right? Yeah. But then you sort of give it a better chance than that, you know, like you give it a proper sniff. And it has this like oily sort of hand cream sort of feel to it, like a thick hand lotion type thing that's underneath it that really like draws you in. And then at the same time, you can also pick up like a sort of gingery, sort of spicy, like you say, like maybe it's turmeric, I don't know. Like
I think turmeric and ginger are both listed.
Okay, there's this like spiced element that it's like, if you imagine like, it's almost like if you imagine it like a physical thing, you've got like this sort of orangey yellow center and then this haze around the edge, and that haze around the edge is that kind of spices, you know, just your eye is drawn to the centerpiece, right? But around the edge really kind of creates the softness and the overall image, but your eyes aren't drawn, you know. So in this bad analogy, like your nose isn't drawn to it, you know, your nose is drawn to the floral in the middle that's lovely and smells quite light and very natural, and then it was almost like this periphery kind of soft sort of oily spiciness that I think really makes it and actually turns it from being something really fucking boring to something really quite captivating. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it.
What makes the difference here, and this is a big factor in the fact that I said it was a superior 4711 type thing, is that it has that sandalwood in the base. It's really like hefty, and that's what they need to sort of drive them, because otherwise they're very like fleeting and whatever. I suspect this probably lasts very well.
It really does,
and it fleshes out the white floral aspect, and you can, like say, you can smell it immediately. I mean, and then it obviously just grows and grows. So I mean, it's very, very good, very good.
It's very clean shirt, isn't it? Like, yeah, clean shirt.
Clean shirt.
Yeah, well, I actually wear it to the gym. I wore it a lot in the summer. I wear it to the gym. It's a perfectly safe office fragrance, but it's just got a little bit of off-kilterishness.
Yeah, it almost reminds me of the Louis Vuittons, like that where they're sort of so clean and so pleasant, and then I have a slight thing underneath.
Just something. Just a little something.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, okay, good. Well, I love it. I got a 200 ml bottle of that one, so that ought to last me for some while. Good. Okay, so we are 1 for 1 so far. James, would you like to pick number 2?
Yeah, go on then. I'm going to pick this because it's quite predictable for me. Playmate.
Playmate.
That was a big sigh. I want to hear what Patty's got to say about it.
Yes,
I've picked
so do I.
This is absolutely horrible.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's from a point of view of like personal taste. I just can't deal with anything that has this like lactonic, coconutty, like a bit pina colada kind of like sweetness thing. Like, I just feel like someone's like knocked over a glass of something, and then it's evaporated and it's all a bit sticky and no, I can't. Although, interestingly,
Patty just actually visibly gagged everyone. That is how bad she hates this perfume.
But I do want to keep smelling it.
Well, there's the thing.
Oh no.
You don't.
Condensed milk and those kind of things, which I don't like. It's really popular at the moment, isn't it? And I think that like Commodity Milk is that brand that's made all these kind of lactonic milky things really popular. And everyone, all the gourmand girlies are now going after all of the going to be the Milky Mouth girlies or something.
Milky Mouth girlies.
Mummy's Milky Mouth. I don't know.
What the fuck are you on about?
Mummy's Milky Mouth.
Oh, there's something about that milkiness that it just feels wrong.
Yeah, okay. So
that's how I feel about this.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you should definitely get off the fence about that one. Ben, what did you make of it?
It's all wrong. It smells like foam bananas. Yeah, those like the penny sweets, the foam banana pick and mix.
Really?
I didn't like it. It's
odd.
It smells to me like super juvenile.
It is a little bit juvenile.
Sweet, gourmand. It's horrendous.
Quite sweet.
I honestly can't. And imagining you wearing this is almost comical. It's like
really.
Do you wear this, Dad?
I have worn it. I rather like it.
Really?
I do quite like it. Weirdly, but I mean, it's not my. It's certainly not in my top 7 of the year.
It's vile. It's
okay.
It's
all right.
It takes a lot. That takes a lot.
Who is this? Who made it? Sorry,
Mind Games.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I've mentioned the story.
What chess piece is it? Aren't they all chess pieces? The bottles.
Yeah, it's one of them. This is that. Fucking, I don't know.
What kind of chess piece is it?
I think it's a
Aren't
bishop.
They all chess pieces? Oh, it's a bishop.
Yeah, but I think if they're in this particular range, they're all the same chess piece.
There's a funky bishop.
It's a funky bishop.
I'll tell you what. Sorry, go on.
I want to hear it, James. I want to hear it.
I should do that thing where you sandwich kind of 2 disses between a fucking compliment or whatever, but I don't even think I can muster that. But so I'll just do the compliment first. So I think there's one, and then there's a main sort of thing. Well, no, we'll see. So inevitably, exactly like Patty said, she keeps smelling it. Because when Dan sends something, you pretty much know. Don't just fucking dismiss it offhand, because there's a reason why. Because you might smell this at first and go, "Oh, fuck off! What is this?" And then let it percolate and do its thing. Now I'll just read my review that I've started writing. Hurt Playboy bunny's arse, complete with tail fluff, smeared in cream cheese.
Yeah.
It's an absurd fragrance.
It really is.
I kind of almost don't want to take it seriously, but it has this sort of tropical fruity undertone, hyper femme, molten pastel flump of a thing.
Molten pastel flump. That has to be the greatest perfume description ever.
Then it's musky, and boy, what a billowing floral musky affair. Do you know what? As it sort of settles down later on, and you lose some of those kind of weird things, it's just basically a very hyper femme gourmandy musk thing.
Correct.
And to me, it's soft spot for musk, because it's kind of the fundamental building blocks of many perfumes, and I can't say that I don't like it. However, as a whole thing of a perfume, I'm not particularly interested in it, but I liked smelling it, and I liked going, that smells like a Playboy bunny's arse covered in cream cheese.
I'd like to eat it.
You'd like to eat it?
Do you know what? It's like, I don't want to smell like that though. But that's fine.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so this is, if you recall, I went to a Mind Games event a month or 2 back, and I posted a picture of myself and Chris Fragmental, and then Robes, poor sad irrelevant Robes, started fucking giving me shit in my personal messages about their blah blah fucking all shit perfumes brand kind of thing. I actually really quite like this one. It is very femme, but actually, if worn in a little bit of moderation, it just has that nice, enjoyable musk thing going on, and I make no apologies for really quite liking it. It is, it is definitely feminine. But
it's got a
sometimes
thing to it as well.
Well, yeah, water lily. A water lily musk is how it's described, and I enjoyed it. Would it be my signature scent? Would I wear it often? No. And by and large, although they say they don't do genders, by and large, the white bottled mind games tend to be the more feminine ones, and the black ones tend to be more masculine. This is in a black bottle. It is bottled, if indeed.
I can't imagine hanging around with that Chris Fragmental guy, because I imagine it's like, no, nothing against him. I just imagine it's like, that bit in the Truman Show where they're always like advertising shit. I just imagine he says like atoll protected all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's just like.
He doesn't at all. He's, if a camera's on him, then he's just like he's quite a different person.
I know. I'm sure he's a lovely guy.
Yeah, he is one of the most genuine people. I've got plenty of time for Chris. He's a thoroughly decent guy. He's very amusing. He's quite acerbic, and despite his very clean cut image, he's quite happy to get blind drunk and throw up and swear a lot. So good lad. Okay, well, a universal miss, I think. I
will say though, before we just move on, that as it's drying down and it becomes less of everything at the start, it's okay.
It's okay. Wow, I don't
praise. Want to throw it across the room anymore.
Okay, and just
to cry.
Okay, I love the idea that you find the idea of me wearing it so comical. I think that's beautiful.
Why is it called Playmate? Is it because of like a Playboy bunny type thing?
I find that a bit creepy that it's called Playmate, because it does have that like sticky kind of like girly kind of thing going on, and then they called it Playmate. But is that just because it's chess and it's like checkmate and play?
I figured that, but it's kind of like, it's
definitely they're trying to think there.
I think they ran out of chess terms, so they just went for things that sounded like they could be chess terms. Board, yes, as indeed you appear to be.
No, chessboard.
Okay, so not a universal hit then for Playmate, but what did your hairdresser think of Playmate, Patty?
God, I can't remember. I think he was a bit like about it.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's fine. I, being absolutely honest, if I'd written down on a piece of paper like Derren Brownish kind of predictor, I would have predicted that you all hated it. So I wasn't that far off. Okay, so Ben, you may now pick a third.
Should we do the one that I've probably got the most to talk about? Oderants Creed
Oderants.
And I'm wearing it today, so I don't even need to spray it. Do you know what? This is such a shit perfume, right? But I fucking love it. And but it is shit. And do you know what? It's this like weird sort of semi-gourmand blobby sort of thing.
Blobby.
It's spicy. And I feel like, and this is like probably the harshest thing I can probably say about it, is I feel like it suits a Parfum de Marly bottle. Like it should be a Parfum de Marly perfume. But it just smells so good. So it doesn't matter. Like none of that stuff matters, because when you sniff it, I really like it. It really doesn't matter that it is a bit shit. Like the spices are a bit nondescript. It's just a bit of a kind of blobby kind of fragrance, which I feel Creed do quite well actually, like blobby, sort of gacky, sort of like this kind of homogenous kind of crawling down the street, enveloping everything in its path kind of fragrances.
Just consuming everything.
Yeah, and I feel like it does that, but I just don't care. Like if I was in the street, I would just stop and go like, go on,
take me.
Like, like
just
assimilate me.
Yeah, exactly. It's really good, and I really like it. Of all the ones you sent me, it's my absolute. It's just, and
it's
you know
your favourite.
It's my favourite by a long margin, and everyone that smelt it has gone like, "God, that smells really nice."
I know.
Everyone, and I'm like, I know, isn't it though? And it is really good, but it's all like as a fragrance, I just think it's shit, but it's great. And I don't know how to explain that.
It's shit, but it's great.
I completely understand that totally incongruent description there, because that is it, right? That I don't know why, but it's brilliant. And I'll tell you what, it smells totally different on the strip, the opening of it, to what it does on my skin. I wore it this week, and so I wrote a review of it, because that's what I've been doing. So I wrote a review, and then I put it up, and then 2 other people commented, and then I looked at some of the other ones on Fragrantica, and they were all going, it smells like Indian food, smells like an Indian restaurant, and I thought, how fucking unimaginative.
It's so crass, like such a crass description of it.
Also it was a little bit, it's like, what's wrong with that anyway? So, but it does a little bit more so on the strip. It's starting to lose that now, but I was like, oh, actually, I do get more of a spicy sort of thing, but it's totally different on your skin. And I would say it has that kind of licorice note. It has these sort of like Polish little Christmas cookies that you can get that are really overspiced, and they have a really clovey kind of. It's like supposed to be like cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, the usual stuff.
One of the kids told me I smelled like gingerbread after I'd sprayed it.
It is gingerbready,
and to be honest. And that was really early on in it. I thought it was like, well, this is all just spice at the moment. But she was like, no, it's gingerbread. It's really sweet and lovely.
What it actually then does, for me, it became a rose perfume about halfway through the day.
Oh, really?
Rose, yeah. But it's not like, jammy, big rose, but it's that really kind of like, at its core, I was extremely surprised, because at first I'm like, it's that similar to an Amouage. I would have picked Amouage, right? I would have gone, it smells like that Amouage direction that they've been doing, but I wouldn't have picked the actual individual perfume. Did you say it was Outlands?
Yeah, Outlands. I mean,
okay, you're more familiar with them than me. I've tried them, but I'd go, that's along those lines, and it has that similar depth where you've got a positive top which lasts for like hours. In fact, it lasts all the way through the perfume. This is why saying about a homogenized blob of stuff, it is that, but it's that clever. Whatever they're doing with these modern perfumes like Zorokian, Raskine, Biche. Biche is, he hits you over the head sometimes, but they've all got this thing where they're kind of like, okay, it smells the same all the way through, but it's not linear. It's not like, it just smells all the way. You get different vibes at different times. And I was so surprised that Rose Accord just came out, and I was like, I'm wearing a kind of rose perfume, and that's why the oud association maybe is there, because it's kind of like a rose oud, but it's totally untraditional because it's got all that weird spicy fucking gourmand Polish Christmas cookies in the start. I think it's really good, and I think for Creed to have kind of opted for this as a standout perfume, I think it's very good.
You have to give it that. Like, it's not like a Creed, any other Creed I've ever smelt. Like, it's really different direction for them. It feels, and I was quite impressed with that. I thought, like, thank fuck. But,
Well, I agree with everything that's been said. Patty, what did you make of it?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to agree with everything that everyone said so far. To be fair, I think, like Ben's just said as well, that if you'd handed this to me and said, like, what brand do you think, I would never put it as Creed. Granted, I don't really know Creeds very well because I've not really paid them a huge amount of attention. But I really liked it as well. I don't think this is for me, but that's absolutely fine. It's really beautiful. It does remind me of like that a slightly curried gingerbread house.
Yeah, and I get that. I was talking to a friend, a Pakistani friend, and she was saying that it smells a lot like a a spice cupboard that you would find in a Pakistani household.
A mixture of everything.
Yeah, where it's just a sort of mixture of all spices, I'll take her word for it. But, to me, it didn't seem that overdosey on the spices. Everyone says it is. To me, it was just quite a sweet licorice, and that's what I love about it.
So you know what I don't understand, right? Is how you can like this but not Au Noir, because Au Noir is just like it's a harsher version of this, or they're different perfumes entirely, but they have their similarities. Like there is in the Venn diagram they cross over slightly, and like and there is a sweetness to Au Noir, like in that kind of dark chocolatey kind of element that comes out and stuff. It's different but same. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if you liked one, you would like the other, and so it surprises me that you don't like Au Noir and you like this.
So the interesting thing about Au Noir is that I hated it first time round, and I don't think I gave it a second go. Similarly, I was not impressed with this first time round either.
Oh, that is interesting.
But then had to sort of persist with it, and then something clicked. So I do feel like I probably need to revisit Au Noir. But
you're going to end up loving Au Noir.
You reckon?
Yes.
Okay. I think I do have to revisit it. Just out of interest, I wore this on Saturday. I went to a music thing in Leeds. And I went round to my mate's house, and his wife and kids were out. We got a taxi into town, so I sprayed the perfume in the house before we left. His wife and kids got home about an hour and a half later and texted him saying, "The house smells amazing, ask Dan what perfume he's put on," because the perfume was just lingering in the air, smelling great. And I think it's a very easy to like perfume. I think a lot of people will dig it, and that is, by the way, that's the thing that makes it Creed-ish. People will like it, not anything else.
I don't think, though, that I could give this to a bunch of people that I know, and they'd go, "Oof," and they'd flinch away from it, and because of those like spicy elements of it, and they wouldn't think this is anything they'd ever would wear. I do agree with you, though, that there is an element of it that does make it appealing and wearable to more people. But I also think it's the kind of fragrance that isn't particularly wearable. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it does. I mean, you're basically saying it's not necessarily for the hoi polloi and for the masses.
Yeah, but there's something about it that takes, like, if you, for example, own one being something similar that wouldn't be, I think this would be more wearable.
Yeah. Your dog's going mad, Ben.
He's just found a sock. That's why it's going mental.
I think it. So I think this is more wearable than Outlands. By the way, the Amouage. They're both Cécile Zarokian. They're both clearly share a same sort of core.
Say it.
a core set of engineering principles. They've been sort of constructed out of similar materials in a similar sort of fashion.
One might say blueprint, even, mightn't they?
They share a deoxyribonucleic acid.
Okay, I'll let you have that because you knew it.
I was a cunt about it. Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, well look, I absolutely love that perfume, and that one will definitely feature quite high in my favourites of the year. Not sure it'll be at the top though. Patty, we're back to you.
Oh, hello.
For number 4. Pick one.
Oh, okay. Can we go to Rendezvous, please?
Yes, we can. Now, Ben looks like he has notes on Rendezvous. Ben does not have notes.
I was so upset. Because you spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, didn't you? And I was like, that sounds fucking brilliant. And it was like gunpowder.
Don't tell me you hated it.
Iris. I thought it was such a shit. But I really hated it.
Fuck you!
I really hated it. I didn't. I thought I didn't.
Oh,
I just hated it.
It is literally my favourite perfume of the whole year.
Really? So I banged it straight on. Like, I was like, because I remember us talking about it, and I was thinking that really sounds good. Like, I'm really looking forward to that. So I banged it straight on. Didn't even like like hesitate. Straight away I was like, not a fan, but iris is sometimes like that, isn't it? Because sometimes it's a little bit sharp and you have to let it sit for like a few minutes. And it just fucked me off more and more as the day went on. I think it was like, it had this weird sort of, that kind of peony that we were talking about, that bright kind of sweet element that just clashed. And then the rhubarb was like really tart and weird, and I didn't really feel like the gunpowder thing was there, and it just smelled like a slightly shit iris perfume. And I just felt, God, if this is a good iris perfume to you, I've got tons on my shelf that would knock this to fucking
crestfallen. I'm absolutely crestfallen.
I was as well, though, because I was so excited about it. But perhaps that doesn't help, right? I'm going to spray it again because it doesn't help.
It's all right. It's all right.
Well, it doesn't help because I bigged it up in my head. So when we talked about it, I was like, that sounds so fucking good. Like, this is going to be brilliant. Like an iris perfume from Dan. This is going to be like the most amazing thing I've ever smelled in my life. And it just wasn't. But that was my initial foot. Oh yeah, nah.
Okay,
it's,
Patty, save me from Ben.
I am going to save you. I really liked this.
You did.
I did. I really enjoyed it. I don't I really like irisy fragrances, and I wouldn't be like, oh, this is my favorite iris ever. I don't even like. Yes, it's an iris. There's a lipsticky whole thing going on, but I just think it's a bit weird. And I just thought it was interesting. I feel like all the things that are happening at once don't really make any sense if they're together. And I'm kind of there for it.
Okay. I mean, I get what you mean about all the things happening at once. There is. I think there's a lot going on to it. I think just it's a boring iris is a little unfair.
It smells a lot better on this strip than when I wore it.
It's not. I don't think it's a boring iris. I feel like you've taken like a drumstick lollipop and and it's kind of like exploding and fizzing, and there's lots of weird things happening with it.
Have you ever smelled Latessa by Mask Milano?
Mask Milano? No.
I'm going to send you some of that.
Okay.
Because that's an iris perfume, and I think it does some similar things with the gunpowder and stuff. But I think it knocks it to hat. It really does.
Okay, James, what did you make of this?
So,
oh, God.
At first, I sprayed it. I'm just hyping it. I sprayed it, and I went, "What fucking indie nonsense is this?" Right? What shite knocked up in the garage fucking perfumery is this? It barely in the realms of existence, right?
It's Antoine Lai, for God's sake.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm not finished.
Building up to it.
I'm not finished. And then eventually it's majestic, right? And I was like, who is this shitty indie perfumer? What is Rendezvous? What is a fucking Susie Slouse or whatever the brand is?
Susie Slouse.
I've no idea. I was like, Sonia Safe. I've no idea what this brand is about, but this perfume is magic, right? And it just grows and grows and grows because you spray it at first and you're like, what is this? And then the iris grows and it's kind of like this suede-y sort of thing, and then you've got that weirdness of the but again, I don't perceive necessarily, I get that there's a sharp note in there, but it's not that played out rhubarb overly tart thing that you get in everything else. It is fantastic. And when I compare it to something, I mean, it's difficult to compare it to irises. I mean, maybe something like it's been so long since I smelled it, but something like Iris Prima, it's got that kind of suede-y effect, but it's even lighter than that. It's even more like ghostly and kind of weird and very like, I want to say it's nothing like Iris Silver Mist, right? But it gives me that same kind of like off-kilter, spooky vibes. I love it. I think it's brilliant.
Okay, thank fuck for that. Okay,
Yeah.
But that's probably my biggest problem with it. Is like when an iris for me, I love those kind of cold, minimal kind of. Like spooky irises, right? Like gothic kind of irises, and this, I feel like it jumps the shark with that there's a big heavy clump in the middle that gives it a brightness that sort of draws it away from that cold, stark kind of midnight feel, and it feels a bit almost like, you know, it's more like sunrise than midnight, you know, and when I wear iris, I want it to be midnight, not sunrise, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe
that's where you're going wrong.
Yeah,
I think if you think of this as just, you know, that traditional carroty cold iris, it's not that. It is the sweetness of the. To me, it makes me think. My partner was like, "Oh, it smells like rhubarb and custard sweets," and it has like how Playmate has like the sweetie thing going on. It's everything that isn't, and it takes like a. I do think of like candied sweets with this, but then that like lipstickiness I just think is gorgeous.
I honestly cannot get enough of this perfume, and I really begrudged sending out samples. I was like, thinking it's the stingiest possible sample I could make, it actually, the iris, I found some similarities with Iris Nazarene and Nazarena, which again,
that's so suede-y,
yeah, but this, I think, in all probability, this has been my favourite perfume of the year. That I've, favourite new thing of the year. You know.
What I love about it is that it creeps and creeps and creeps and creeps, and it gets under your skin. I've not worn it on my skin actually. I've only sprayed it on like my maybe I've sprayed it on my hand, and I've sprayed it on the strip now. So I only smelled it twice. I mean, I might wear it and change my mind. But I genuinely, I think, in terms of creativity, when you think I've smelled all the irises out there, you might not like it as such, but I think in terms of the creativity with that weird sort of, again, I wouldn't necessarily go, gunpowder straight away, but or rhubarb. I mean, it's interesting, Patty saying, you know, a partner picked that, like said, rhubarb and custard sweets. I mean, that's like, I like say, it doesn't smell to me like that tropey rhubarb, but because I know it's rhubarb, I kind of get something. I didn't get
rhubarb at first from it either.
No.
Okay,
it has a dustiness that's quite compelling. Like there's a kind of like grey.
Ben's getting on board.
It's better on the strip than on my skin. I'll give it when I wore it, I didn't like it, but on the strip, it smells better.
I think it does smell better on the strip because whenever I tried this first, I was like, love this. Went straight on the skin, and I was like, it's nice, but it's not quite the same.
Okay,
I can imagine your skin might almost kill that kind of. The dryness and stuff.
Weirdly, I didn't even try it on a strip. I don't think I just sprayed it on my hand and then was like, got to have a bottle of that. And I just think it's so bright and kind of vivid as a perfume. I think it's magic. Okay, good. Well, I mean, at least there was some appreciation for it, which is solid. So how many have we done now? We've done 4, 5. I think we're back to you, James, or is it Ben? I don't know.
I'd say we've got 3 left. I think it's James, isn't it?
Okay, James, pick one. Pick one.
That one's shite.
Oh dear.
No, I already get it. Can we do this? Un air d'apogée.
An air d'apogée, yes. The Violette Parfum. Which I really liked. Well, I mean, there's none here that I hated, so shocker, I really like. They've just released an extract version of this, which I don't have yet. But Ben, what did you make of Un air d'apogée?
So I've only smelled it once, and I'm just looking at my notes, and all it says is lovely.
Okay, good. I mean, I thought you might like this because I think it is quite texturally close.
It's quite weird.
It's quite close to Dusita Erawan, I thought. With that sort of hay and tobacco sort of thing.
No, it's nice. It is lovely, and it has that really quite dry tobacco kind of thing, doesn't it? It's nice. It's soft, right? And I think with the good good tobacco perfume, I think it does well is when it doesn't smell super in your face. It draws you in more because tobacco is quite a complex scent, right? It's a complex smell, and sometimes I feel like when they're overdone, you almost can't get the complexities because you're almost pulling back from it. You're trying to sort of draw yourself back to see it as a bigger picture, whereas this, I think it's subtle enough that it pulls you in rather than pushes you away, and so you find yourself searching it a little bit more, which I think is really nice, and I really liked it.
Okay, good.
I don't know the Violet Parfums, like who are they?
French brand. I don't know much about them either, actually.
I've tried a few.
There's Sketch, which is quite nice. And
there's a weird sort of nettle-y kind of smell to it, like a green sort of nettle sort of thing. Nettles.
James, did you enjoy it in Air d'Apogée?
Very much so. I don't know if I'd wear it or seek it out or buy it or anything like that. I do like the contrast. I like that kind of tobacco hay sort of thing. But it's got a kind of weird, sharp opening to me. It does smell quite a lot like aroma chemicals. I mean that in the nicest sort of way. It doesn't particularly smell natural. And then there's this kind of sort of clary sage note, which to me, and with this sort of round kind of almost hay tobacco, all right, if you want to say tobacco, it's kind of like a white tobacco, like a kind of conjured tobacco. I would say it almost, with that the clary sage thing, kind of reminds me, and you might think I'm crazy for this, of Fucking Fabulous by Tom.
I do think you're crazy. I don't get that connection at all, but that's okay. That's okay. It's okay.
It's clearly different, but I think the overly sagey thing to it is what's reminding me.
It is quite herbal, isn't it?
I think it's bloody lovely. It's really good.
Yeah, it is nice. To be honest with you, when I tried all of these, this was one of the ones that I went, oh yes, that's nice, and kind of just moved on from it. I feel like this is the longest that I've actually.
I'm glad you afforded the samples. I sent you such detailed analysis.
I've spent plenty of time with them all. I've tried them all multiple times. This is my third time trying them.
Okay, good.
Thank you very much. But this was the one that I kind of glossed over it, I think, a little bit, because I was just like, yes, that's nice, I like that. And now that I'm sitting here and actually trying it a little bit longer and paying a bit more attention, or it's the hay is the thing that's standing out so much to me. And as someone that grew up in countryside, countryside, I should say, in my Northern Irish accent,
right.
It just makes me think of hay bales. I can't.
Is that your? That is your original accent. That's how you would talk as a child.
Oh, it's a complicated story.
Okay. Well, maybe one for not the podcast then, but I'm intrigued. I love accents. So, okay, good. So, everyone's had an opinion on this one then, I think. My instinct was that nobody was likely to say this is the best perfume I've ever tried, but I did think, Ben, you would particularly like it just because of that. For me, it's in the same sort of realm as Dusita Erawan, and there is a one of the Mugler ones that's in that sort of space as well. I forget the name of the fucker now, but I own it. In the same range as the Over the Musk.
Is it Queer?
Yes. Queer something. Yeah.
Queer seam. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that fucking thing up now, aren't I?
It
Queer.
is really lovely, actually.
It is queer impertinent.
Oh yeah.
Queer impertinent. Impertinent. Queer impertinent.
It is very much like those two-seaters. The hay, like that's kind of a signature throughout. I was going to say that's her signature, but
hay absolute. Is it hay absolute?
Yeah.
So it's this is Natalie Lawson is the perfumer, but
very good. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I got a bottle. I think this is 100 ml bottle, but I got a bottle minus that much for like 90 quid or something, which seemed like a pretty fair price. I will wear that a bit because I like that, and I like the Erewhon-ish sort of vibes to it. Good. Okay. So we've got 2 left, and we've got about 10 minutes, so that's okay. Ben.
All right. Everyone's Gold Havana, right?
What does that leave, by the way? So we've got Gold Havana, and then the Rosa, Lucy de Rosa. Yeah.
So this is Dries Van Noten Gold Havana, right? If you spray it, right, and then smell it, the very first thing that comes to mind, and more or less the only thing that comes to mind, is Elastoplast plasters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Brands are available.
No.
Does anyone get that? Does anyone get that? 100%. It smells exactly like Elastoplast plasters. It's nice though, but it's very strange. So I can't get the plaster thing out of my head, really.
Right.
It's heavier than Elastoplast plasters, but it's there. It's I'm not sure it's my favourite.
It's a bit it smells like primary school or something.
Yeah, because everyone's fallen over and scraped their knees.
Yeah.
Right. Good. Everyone.
I didn't like this. I thought it was a bit boring.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
It just kind of reminded me of that. I don't know, like
the Elastoplast opening is the best thing about it.
Yeah.
Oh God, really? I disagree. I think the opening is a bit rough. I think it's one of those perfumes that gets better as it goes on. I think it opens up a bit like Killian Smoking Hot, but like less scruffy, and then just becomes this gorgeous sort of tobacco licorice thing.
It smells like a hookah, right? Like, you know, like that kind of
a hookah with
the type you smoke, the type you know, like those that kind of dense molasses. Tobacco
right. Sorry,
lump
I thought you meant a prostitute.
No.
I thought you meant like a
hooker that smokes.
That would be Playmate.
Okay, I thought you meant like a hooker who like buggered up her knees and had like plasters on her knees or something. Yes. That would make sense. Yeah.
No, like that kind of molasses, that thick kind of molasses chunk that you put on a hookah.
You mean like a hookah, like shisha pipe?
Yes.
Thing?
Yeah. And so
hookah.
And so the tobacco that you buy for it comes in these kind of like thick molasses lumps, like inch square lumps kind of thing, that are sort of almost like grassy kind of weird lumps, and it reminds me a bit of that, where it's clearly like a tobacco, but it's like I say, a bit thicker, and that molasses kind of vibe kind of brings to mind that for me.
It reminds me very much of, and I couldn't figure out what it was, so I went on Fragrantica, and the second this reminds me of thing is exactly what it was, is the Lattafa, that camera, the one that's so popular that... Do any of you know it? What's it called?
Lattafa?
Yeah.
Do I know? I don't know any Lattafa perfume. What do I fucking know?
You don't want to be honest with you. Camera, I bought it like ages ago, and it just smells like this. But granted, this is nicer. It's more, you can tell it's more refined and a bit posher.
Posher. I love this perfume. I think...
You'd love the Lattafa camera then.
Don't you fucking start.
You love a clone, Dan. You love a clone.
I don't mind a clone. Right, okay, so not universal love for the Dries Van Noten Havana Gold.
I like it. I like it. I think it's all right.
I think it's one that really develops as you wear it. I think the opening is a bit jumbled, a bit muddled up, and it's like you've kind of thrown like a load of food at the sort of grill kind of thing, and it's all just like thwack, and it's all just there. But as it sort of starts to cook, it comes together as a thing, and I feel like this perfume is one that you should definitely give a proper wearing to and see whether that changes your mind. Because for me, I definitely took a little while to appreciate it, but I really do enjoy it a lot.
It definitely, you're right though, it definitely does change again. Like while I was at the hairdresser's today and it was sat in front of me, it was one of the ones I picked up, and after a little bit of time I was like, it didn't remind me of that thing which I now know to be the Lattafa.
Yeah.
He's kind of gone, I guess, a bit more to sort of tobacco-y. Right.
Well, I suggest everyone give it a wear. But let's jump on to the last one, which I desperately want to know, James, what you make of this one, because there's a perfume I think this is very similar to. So this is Acqua di Parma Luce di Rosa. James swinging into action. He's taking his time, moving real slow. Have you actually tried this one yet?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Okay. But he's...
I know what I'm going to say already. I'm just going through the...
Just building suspense away from your microphone.
I mean, this one's easy to talk about. I mean, am I going first, am I?
Yeah, I want to know what you thought of it, yeah.
Okay, so at first, when I first sprayed it, I went, okay, so it's going to be one of those kind of sharp, like metallic rose oxide type perfumes, which usually are kind of like, like, is that really a good rose accord? Is it really rounded? Gets more rounded and more rosy. Do I like it? Yeah, it's a good rose perfume.
Did it remind you of Toy Boy? Oh, really?
A little bit. Okay, as the rose gets better.
I think this is a dead ringer for Toy Boy, but it's like Toy Boy done with a bigger budget.
Okay.
It's like what Toy Boy would have been if it hadn't had to be produced and bottled and filled for kind of like, 80p a bottle or 80p a unit or whatever.
I can see where you're coming from with that, right? So it's got the little like green kind of it's got the sort of pink pepper, but for me, it really doesn't smell like Toy Boy, I don't think. I think when the rose accord gets better and more, it's almost, to say it's powdery because it starts off really metallic and sharp, it gets a little bit, like say, just rounded, it just fills out and you go, oh, actually, this is a really good representation of rose. It's not just like a cheap, like say that cheap sort of rose oxide, like in your face. It is a little bit of that to begin with. Then it mellows out. I can see why, right? So I would say this is a modern rose chypre, right? It's not really a chypre, but this is what they call them, right? So yes, I can completely understand the association with Toy Boy, but for me, they're quite different in that this is a modern technical rose, and that's where it shares a thing with it. But I much prefer Toy Boy. Like,
okay.
And again, I can see when you say this is on a bigger budget. Sure is. I mean, I'd hope so for Acqua di Parma fucking prices. But is it great? I mean, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's decent.
To be honest, I don't. I quite like this. This is not in my top 10 for the year or anything, but I got it and I thought, yeah, that's a really good one. And for the one thing I will say is it's a bit of a departure for Acqua di Parma generally, who are by and large making cologne type things. They've got a few others, but I don't recall them ever doing like a big rose oxide sort of style.
Do they have any rose fragrances?
They do have one, and it's in the feminine style bottles. I forget what it's called, and my memory of it was very tame. This is quite punchy. It's green. It's kind of zingy. It's peppery. It's quite a punchy perfume, and that's a little bit out of character for the brand, I thought. But all the same, I very much liked it. So, Patty, what did you make of it?
I really liked this. I thought it was very nice. I have a very difficult relationship with rose fragrances, especially those sort of synthetic, like really jabby ones. Jabby roses I can't stand, and this is not that at all. It is a bit sharp at the beginning and then it chills out a little bit. I also have an aversion to juniper, and it's not listed in this at all. But it just at the start I was like, oh, is there that going on? But as
it's junipery, I'd say. Definitely, yeah.
But as it calms down a little bit, it's just nice. Very nice and light. But I do think it fits in quite nicely with all the Acqua di Parmas.
Okay, that's interesting.
I think it just sort of makes sense for them to me. Because it's just lovely and nice. It's
lovely. It's lovely. Yeah. You went a bit brummy there. It's a bit lovely. It's lovely. All right, Ben, what did you make of it?
Yeah, so James saying rose oxide just reminds me of like when I first started making perfume, right? I bought like 250 quid's worth of like perfume materials or something, and I had no fucking clue what I was doing. I was just picking shit that sounded like it probably works, right? And so I ended up with like 250 quid's worth of nonsense that I couldn't put together. But the first one I ever smelled was rose oxide, and I saw it in the pot and I thought, God, rose oxide, lovely, smell that, it's going to smell like a lovely rose. I opened it up, sniffed it, fuck me, is it rancid. It almost made me hurl. Like such a weird scent, like it really horrible. But anyway, this perfume, I loved it. I liked it a lot. I love the citrus, weirdly, and you're saying it's sort of a departure for Acqua di Parma, but it's the citrus that I like, and normally you would think Acqua di Parma, citrus, and you kind of associate them. But it is that kind of junipery citrus thing that I like about it, and I think it just makes that rose really like sparkle and stand out and smell quite nice. It reminds me a little bit of Diptyque Kyoto. But this is better. This is much better. I bought Kyoto and sold it instantly. Whereas this, I probably wouldn't have sold instantly. I think it's nice. I liked it.
Okay, go on. Sorry, Patty, you were going to say something there.
Oh, I don't know that I was.
I think it was Ben saying that he liked the citrus about it.
Yeah, I think the citrusy thing is the connection that I have there with the Acqua di Parmas.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. Okay. So I mean, I didn't expect that one to change anyone's life either. I mean, for me,
nice.
For me, the really the most important one personally was Rendezvous, and then probably the Creed.
Not Playmates.
No, I quite like Playmate, but it's I didn't expect anyone to sort of go for that. I thought James might appreciate the sort of the kind of overdriven, musky kind of aspect of it, but
I do, but I'm kind of ashamed of myself.
Low key hate myself. Yeah, it's fair enough. Okay, well look, we've been going on a bit, so let's just get some quick. Final thoughts. Favourite one or two, and least favourite one or two. Patty, what did you enjoy? And
I think we all know that my least favourite is Playmate.
Yeah.
But again, I want to smell it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, still hate it. But Rendezvous is my favourite out of all of these. I would consider getting a bottle, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to use the sample on skin a bit more and actually sort of wear it rather than just squirting at the back of my hand. But I think it's quite interesting, and any excuse to wear anything irisy, I will take.
Ben? Favourites, least favourites?
So my most favourite was Oderants, followed by Gold Havana, followed by Neroli Plein Sud.
Okay, yeah.
They were the top three for me, and I think they were all really good, and I really enjoyed all of them, and I would buy all of them. I didn't like Playmate, but the others I wouldn't want to put the others in my least favourites because they weren't bad. And smelling Rendezvous again tonight on the strip, I prefer it to when I wore it. When I wore it, it fucked me off. But this smells better, and I'll give it another chance. But but I wouldn't put them as hated. Like Playmate, I really disliked. But the others, I would put in the middle of good, but not for me, maybe.
So Robes can be pleased that 2 out of...
that fucks me off a little bit.
you and Robes...
I almost want to be contrarian and just say, I love it.
I love it, yeah. Okay. And James, favourites, least favourites?
I'm going to say that just to piss Robes off. I think just for sheer... bloody enjoyment, I would go for Oderants as my favourite, just because the amount of depth in that perfume is insane. It's clearly very wearable, and with all the sort of modern trickery, it's a great perfume. So I have to say that, even as much as I was pretty enamoured by Rendezvous, I haven't worn it on my skin, same as what Patty was saying. I need to spend more time with that, but that has potential for being a big favourite. So Oderants, just because I know what that is, I know what it does. I've worn it this week and loved it. So then Rendezvous, then possibly number 3, I'm going to give Playmate some love, because
really,
because it's kind of weird, and I'm kind of I like a bit of weird, and then the rest of them are just sort of the Apogee one is kind of it is pretty interesting. It's a creative perfume, it's good. The Gold Havana, not really into that, but it was okay. I have actually worn that on my skin, and I found that it was a bit more pedestrian when it sort of dried down. I know you preferred that, Dan, but it got to be in more of a kind of conventional sort of tobacco fragrance. I will say, for those Dries Van Noten perfumes that I do actually really like, when they launched the line, the reimagined line, I was really quite taken by some of them. I thought they were a mixed bag of okay stuff to some fairly creative things in there, and they've got cool bottles and stuff. So and I didn't hate that, but I thought it was okay. And then the Rose one, I mean, that is what it is. It's a big modern rose perfume, and it's very good. So in actual fact, I think in terms of, say, the interest, and again, not meaning to glaze Dan too much, because we can talk about Soma and just balance it out.
Fuck off.
But I think it's a really good, well curated, creative, interesting little mixture of perfumes, and I really enjoyed smelling them all, to be honest.
Good.
So
well, that is a stellar way to finish an episode. So I'll take that. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate all the time and energy you fuckers have put into smelling the perfumes. I didn't try and sneak any Somas in there or anything daft like that. So
you learned your lesson there.
Yeah, I did, cunts. So big thank you to Patty for joining us, and obviously, darling, we hope to have you back soon.
Thank you very much.
It's been an absolute pleasure. But we will be back in fuck knows when, a week, maybe 2 weeks, whenever Ben gets around to editing this shit. We will be back soon with another episode of Les Oderants. Until then, bye.
Bye.